Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word.
Welcome to a very special EGTN. Why is it special? Because Kyle and I are hosting it.
The one where Chris learns an important, valuable life lesson.
Stay away from ramps.
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Oh God, we should make that a community game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whiz on the electric fence. Film yourself and put it in Discord.
That well, maybe.
No, not the front end. You see the back and the hilariousness that ensues after.
Oh hell!
Chof, you start.
Yeah, go Chof.
So, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerdmore. What was that? Welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerdmore. We are 230 to 40 something trolls to talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
Oh, if you guys like to be a part of the community, join in on the conversations and things that we got going, there's a link in the bio down below for the Discord down below for our Discord server. Discord's a free application. Use it on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, anything that connects pretty much to the internet. Great little thing to connect with other fellow nerds. We got a growing, would you say bustling? I want to say bustling.
Yeah,
we have a bustling.
I would say
community.
bussin'.
It's no. No.
We got a bussin' community.
Join our Discussy and
We're good. Join our Discussy.
Discussy.
Hey,
And,
who is a Discussy?
We got there's lots of categories for all kinds of things that you may be interested in. Anime, comic books, movies, video games, Funkos, Legos. It's all there. It's all there. Lots of conversation, mukbang, foods, beers. Chris, like it's all there.
Kyle's.
I'm there. He's there. So join. It's free. Also, if you would like to hang out with us live and in person, we both stream on Twitch. You can find Chris over there under Guyver Unit 01, GYVER, myself under KSIG, K_SIG. We stream semi-often. I don't know. It's been less the last few weeks, even for me, and I've had free time.
It's been even way less. Why has it been less?
Life.
And let's
Internet.
get ready to start.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, and internet for
Life,
Kyle.
internet, just
School's getting ready to start. Kyle's prepping for his classroom, and you're
trying to get all that
teaching.
going. So there's a lot going on, but still, just first off, like and follow this on whatever platform you're listening on. Throw a little comment down at the bottom, help the algorithm a little bit, and then follow us on Twitch. Do that as well. Get notifications for whenever we go live.
Stitcher's going bye-bye.
Huh?
Stitcher's going bye-bye at the end of the month.
What's going bye-bye?
Stitcher. That's Sirius XM podcast platform.
I forgot all about Stitcher. I used to use Stitcher way back in the day to listen to
very very large platform.
Yeah. What was the listen to the Nerdist on Stitcher.
On that? Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to the Nerdist like every day. So here we are. We're filling in that gap for the nerd and whatever. No, they're still going strong.
There's still stuff. So,
but we got what are we talking about today? We got an
interesting topic. So let's give you a little backstory first. BRob has mentioned he loves these, and we went out to lunch, I think it was last week, and he'd mentioned he'd love to see this like once a month. So we might make this a once a month thing. We're talking okay. It's a Mount Rushmore. What is a Mount Rushmore, Kyle?
So you have your top four. Well, did we say 4 or 5?
4. We said 4 with an
4.
honorary president.
4, it's our mountain. We can put however many we want to on there. Of your top, whatever the thing is. So if we're like, hey, what's our Mount Rushmore of Marvel villains, or what's our Mount Rushmore of
Chof sayings,
or whatever, we got that. This is like your big top 4, top 5 list of things. And my list is a little longer than that. What we got for today, and I think Chris's as well. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted to add to it. So we'll thin it down. But we've got a really cool topic to discuss today. We were trying to come up with something last night. We do want to talk about the new Futurama series since it started last Monday. New episode coming out tomorrow as of time of recording. We will
Chris
get to
has
that
have
because
time to do it.
we both love that show so much, and I know you
Mhm.
guys do too. But today, we were talking about like, what about just villains in general and ones that deserve their own movie? Because there's been some good villain movies. We're thinking, like Joker got his own movie, and there's some villains that probably deserve that style.
Cruella DeVille got her own.
Cruella DeVille got her own. So all these villain, I love villain movies,
I do too.
villain focused movies, especially the ones that really kind of give you a little bit of a insight to them,
right?
And these aren't all necessarily like the Joker treatment of the kind of the gritty villain movies, but there are some I have on my list that I think should get that type, and one that I think would be extremely interesting if it did get that type. And so, I think we just kind of get, and there's no really restriction on this. We're not saying, okay, well, the DC villains and the Marvel villains, or, cartoons or comics or video games or what. I don't think I have any video games on mine, actually. I probably should have, as I've got my background is all video game bad guys. I mean, they're bad guys, but they're not bad guys. Some of them are pretty bad guys.
So what I want to give credit to also is BRob for thinking of, hey, he'd like to hear us do this once a month or whatever. 2, Mr. Ben Stitch Tano for actually posting it in Discord a couple days ago. He's the one who posed the question: if Marvel decided or announced when Doctor Doom will be making cinematic debut, my little guy loves him. The Lego Marvel bit, blah blah. But then he said, top 3 villains that deserve a movie like Cruella DeVille. So Ben actually came up with this week's topic. So thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
So
gold star.
Okay, so we're going to preference this. It doesn't necessarily have to be a movie either. It could be a TV show if you think it needs more fleshing out.
Yeah, I would say a lot of these, especially because we're pulling some stuff from comics, a lot of comic stuff that they've got their own. They get a lot of really good treatment in the books, right? You get a lot of good backstory and origin. I feel this is more for the people like me that I don't just have a lot of time to dive into the comics like I would love to. Shit, I've been reading freaking The Last Ronin, trying to finish for like the last 3 months. I started and stopped. And so I know that a lot of these, especially if they're being pulled from comics, have really good fleshed out origin stories from there. What I'm thinking, at least for my list, like I would like to see these get like a little bit of maybe a little bit of a refresh on the big screen. Like for somebody like me, they're like, okay, I've got an hour and a half, 2 hours to kill today. I can watch this movie and I can absorb a lot. And, they don't always have to be true to the source material. Even if they spin it up a little bit, I'm okay with that. Personally, I know there's some purists that are like, this isn't how it happened. I'm like, well, this is how it's happening. This is cool. This is new and it's fresh. We've talked about that so many times.
Yep.
And
it's okay.
Like, I kind of feel like if I wanted to see or know about the pure origins, the source material, I'll go to the source material and read it. So you get like a new reimagining of it. To me, that's kind of cool. You're like, okay, we got something fresh. We got something new. I'm okay with that as long as it's not terrible. Like sometimes the things are done just for the sake of doing them.
Right.
And, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But if you're staying true to what made that character, certain traits, certain abilities, certain motivations or whatever, even if it changes a little bit, like that can be done really well and can be really interesting. I think that's a testament to the writers that take this idea and like, we're going to expand on it. I think you should always be expanding on these ideas. So that's what we're doing. We're like, give them a movie.
Give it a movie. Well, and we'll tell you one villain movie that worked, I think, very well. I'm not going to say Joker because I loved Joker. It was really good, but it was just one adaptation of a Joker origin story. Wreck-It Ralph. He was a villain. It was his origin story. If you think about it,
it was that. Well, yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah. So
I like how that was done.
And then if you kind of think about it too, Star Wars, the original 3 were kind of a villain origin story movie for Vader. Kind of. It's kind of a stretch, but if you think about it, it's kind of, you can go in that direction. Like you could say, I don't have this on there because I wanted something else, even though I'd love to see it. Like when Vader's early years of Vader hunting down the Jedis, I think would be an awesome movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking because we've had, Vader's been in so many movies and like really arguably the prequel trilogy is a Vader trilogy, right? Vader origin trilogy, but and just
not officially,
but just not officially, but it is.
It could go either way.
There's a lot of other stuff going on, but really I don't know how you would put the low hanging fruit of that one is like, this is where Vader came from.
The cojones
of the Star Wars peach tree, right? But like just a standalone Vader movie, like what you're saying, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Is that on your list?
Yeah, it's on my list, but it's not one of the ones that I want to see like above all the rest.
I've got mine in no particular order.
I don't either, but do you want to start, sir?
Yeah. Okay. So riding pretty fresh off of our last episode, I would love to see, and not in a cartoony fashion, like a lot of these I'm thinking of.
I'm pretty sure you and I got the same one.
I don't know. We may. We kind of talked about that Chris Nolan, that Dark Knight kind of feel to it. To me, I think for this villain, for his standalone movie, probably origin story would work good if it was done in the style of the latest Mortal Kombat movie. Okay, that one was cool. It got a little bit of a hate, but a little bit of hate. I liked it too. I like anything Mortal Kombat.
I did too.
Who do you think I'm getting ready to say?
Shredder.
God dang it! Well, I did. I said riding off the last, so I kind of gave it away.
That's my number 2.
So yeah, I mean, imagine that you get this really cool, like backstory of Orokusaki and becoming Shredder, in that really kind of, the new Mortal Kombat wasn't super gritty. Like, man, I love that style of stuff. That's my thing. Like, oh, it's real. You take the stuff that I grew up on and that I played on my Sega Genesis, and I've played recently, or I've read, or I grew up watching, and you make it a little bit more adult, not like, you got to turn on the incognito browser adult, but like adult, like.
What are you watching? Shredder. That would be a hell of a porn.
Why is his name Orokusaki? I downloaded the wrong one.
Orokusaki is like, oh no, here comes the foot.
Why are they taking pictures of themselves? Like that's it's just his clan taking pictures of themselves and posting it online.
It's a picture of April surrounded by 8-foot soldiers. And then at the end, Krang comes out and goes.
They're just all standing in a circle, just sharpening their katanas. God dang it!
Same energy.
Same energy. I know that one used in. Yep. But yeah, I love the character of Shredder. I really liked the first Ninja Turtles movie, Shredder. I like that. That was probably the best. I didn't, Turtles 2, Super Shredder was kind of cool.
Yep.
It was cheesy though. I mean, Secret of the Ooze was a cheesier Turtles movie.
Oh, absolutely. But it was still fun.
But it was so much fun. I mean, you got friggin' Vanilla Ice. All right. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go Ninja, go.
Go. I can't do that. I'm not going to do it. But,
so, okay. Let me ask you this, because we both picked Shredder.
Yeah.
What time frame would you want a Shredder movie?
80s.
Okay.
I want to see like 1980s. I want to see
Shredder coming to America with a foot.
Shredder coming to America with a foot. Maybe throw in some like really cool like triad angles that we didn't know about or whatever. Right. Like because I mean he's kind of like he's like a little samurai ninja mafia boss, really.
Yeah. He is
with a really cool suit. And so if you get that, maybe throw in a little bit of, I know it wasn't like the most popular but a little bit of the Snake Eyes movie, the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie.
Like I loved Snake Eyes Origins.
I did too.
I loved that movie.
And see, that movie kind of got me thinking about this topic because you got a little bit of that in there. A little bit of this really cool bad guy origin story.
Didn't start out as a good guy.
No. And I love the style of that movie.
Yeah.
And so I think Shredder origin story, what would you call it? The shredding? No. Just call it a Rokusaki.
Shred happens.
What's your vision for a Shredder standalone?
Okay, and I'm gonna write on this. I'm going in the opposite direction of you. I want the origin story when he was with Shredder, Splinter's master, when they were both still students growing up at the Ninja University, wherever they were.
Ninja
Ninju. I want to see how he got the scar on his eye. I want to see how.
Well, that was. I mean, Splinter gave that to him, didn't he?
He did
in one version.
Yeah, in one version. So the thing with Shredder is he's been the leader of the Foot in every single incarnation of TMNT.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot you could pull from. I want to see one before he's actually Shredder, like Shredder Origins.
Yes. That's kind of that's also where I was getting at with it.
In that, okay, I mean we're similar on this.
Yeah.
But I want to see where they're growing up together, and then what was the great divide? I mean, we know what it was. Shredder's an asshole.
Yeah. So Rokusaki, Hamato Yoshi, and how they. I'm afraid I don't want it to. I wouldn't want it to be too Hamato Yoshi heavy, too Splinter heavy.
No, but like the friendship between them, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then like, and we know he gets stopped, but then I also want to see. There'll be that one little Easter egg that you don't see throughout the movie. Then at the end, you see like from the big fight scene, the little rat cage is knocked over and out walks Splinter.
Yeah. Or like at the very beginning of the movie, you just see Rokusaki just like sitting in a little restaurant eating a bowl of turtle soup. And just like, this is terrible.
I should kill all turtles.
Yeah, so I like yours, and that's kind of the whole premise of the whole Snake Eyes movie too.
Yeah,
very similar to that. That could be done. All right, your turn.
I think it'd be good. Okay, so literally my number one, we know that I like Fantastic Four. Would be Doom, Victor Von Doom.
That would be cool. He's such a cool character.
It doesn't even have to be an origin story. I think that would be kind of cool, like when him and Reed are in university together. They're with Sue, like how they all meet. Or I would even love to see one of like, it's like kind of a behind the scenes, almost like it doesn't even have to be a serious movie for me. Like it should, because it's Doom. I'd love to see like a Doom in the style of The Office. Like the Doom bots come up and like he's got his little minions, and then like he's got a cup that says "Best Conqueror Ever."
Are they going to do the whole side like they take him off to the little the confession room?
Yes, yes. And then it's like that's what Doom said, and then you pan to Doom, and he's just kind of looking at the camera, and the guy gets vaporized. So like that, but I think that would be kind of fun. Like you could do like a comedy. That would be even good, like Hulu, like claymation one, like they did with MODOK.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a Doom movie, like just behind the scenes, like from his point of view, because Doom doesn't think he's evil. Doom thinks that Victor Von Doom thinks he's righteous. And what he's doing is actually bettering the world.
Well, most villains don't think they're evil, though. If you really like, there's some that are like, yep, I'm a bad guy, but
yeah,
some
who embrace it.
And see, that's what I really like about this type of movie, because you get some understanding, like, oh, that's why they did what they did. Yeah. It still sucks that they did what they did, but I understand why they did what they did. Like, I love being able to connect with the bad guy and ration a little bit, see their rationale a little bit like that. From their shoes, that makes sense to do that. Terrible outcome,
but at least it humanizes the villain.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my two for here.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your number 2?
So I feel like these two are totally different properties, but I could see a very similar type movie. So I think you could take the style and interchange either one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see either a Cobra Commander.
Ooh, yeah.
Or a Skeletor origin standalone movie. And I don't know why in my head those two feel very similar. I don't know if it's the voice. Is it the voice? Is it the same voice? Hold on. It's not the same voice, is it?
I don't think that's the same voice. I think wasn't Cobra Commander Frank Welker?
Maybe.
No. It wasn't Welker. It was not Welker. Because the guy who did Cobra Commander died, I think.
Let me look here. G.I. Joe, the movie animated. Let me see. Oh, that's a podcast. Hold on.
Let's see. Cobra Commander was Christopher Collins. Oh, Christopher Collins also did he was in he died on June 12th, 1994 at the age of 44. He was also Rover Dangerfield.
Oh, that was such a cool movie. I forgot. I just now saw that pop up too.
I remember. He was Starscream. Yes, that's why. And how did he die? I think he committed suicide.
Let's bring us down.
Christopher
Golden Palace. I'm trying to see. He was in Married with Children, Rover Dangerfield. He was in Doogie Howser? What?
He was in Deep Space Nine.
He was the whole ghost in Ghostbusters, so there's that.
He was Mr. Burns in the first season of The Simpsons.
Ah.
Let's see. When did he die?
Was the sharing husband in Roadhouse. Did I miss something there?
Due to complications, he had a cerebral hemorrhage.
Ooh.
He died 2 years after he got diagnosed. So no, he didn't die, but yeah. He recorded lines as Mo Sislak, the Telltale Head. He was in Married with Children. Oh, he was a member of No Ma'am.
Voice. Okay, so I'm looking at Cobra Commander. That's Chris Lattis, Scott McNeil, Michael Dobson, Mark. So many different.
He was the original and the original Starscream, the best Starscream.
And so I just remember my thing with Cobra Commander. Like I remember being a little kid and going to Walmart and like you would see the wall of G.I. Joe figures, and I wanted a Cobra Commander, and you could never find him.
Do you think you wanted him because he had a mask?
Maybe. Hold on. Actually, just 1 second here. Look at my shorty shorts.
Too late. I saw Grundle.
I did finally. I know you've seen this, and so you guys that are listening, you won't be able to see it. But I finally. Oh no! I got him.
Turn off your background.
No, he's in there.
No, you're completely disappearing now.
Oh, he's in there, but yeah, there he is. You can barely see him.
Oh, that's cool.
But he's not in his classic. He's not in his classic blue. He's in black. Because I ended up with Storm Shadow, Cobra Trooper, Cobra Commander, Cobra Vehicle Driver, and Cobra Air Trooper. And this, I got to figure out how to put batteries back in.
Did you watch Rise of the Beast yet?
No.
Shit, I can't talk to you about it then.
So, but I feel like that Cobra Commander or that, I mean, two totally different things. I mean, Cobra Commander, you can see him kind of the same thing. What made him want to join this terrorist organization? What pushed him?
How he became Cobra Commander.
And how he moved up through the ranks, because he's kind of a dumbass. Let's be honest. He's not a very capable commander.
But he's charismatic.
He's charismatic. Like how did he meet Destro? How did all these things happen?
When Commander met Destro.
And then you got Skeletor. Those are the two I'm throwing together because in my head they feel very similar, And so just a full-on Skeletor movie, like when he was just a little young bone daddy.
So technically there was one of the Netflix He-Man shows that's currently on goes through his a possible origin story.
Okay.
I mean, it's an alternate telling, but it's kind of an origin story for him, how he got like the skull face and stuff. But I know what you're saying. You want a live action.
I want a live action. Pretty much all of these are live action for me.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. I'm with you.
All right. Who you got next?
Okay. Next. I have kind of similar. I want a Megatron movie.
Ooh.
Except not Megatron. I want how he became Megatron.
Okay.
So in the past, Prime was Orion Pax. He was just a data specialist. And he was buddies with Megatron. Megatron's
common theme here.
Yeah.
Good guy leader, bad guy leader. You got, it's that whole Magneto, Professor X,
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Megatron, in one of the origin stories, his original name was D16. That's the section. He was a miner. That's the section of the mine he was in.
Oh, well, I thought you meant like he was a young Transformer.
No, D16. But he
was a
was
little guy.
He's just a little fella. He was a miner, and him and Orion Pax were friends. Then he became a gladiator, and he took the name Megatron after Megatronus. Megatronus was one of the primes because he idolized him. Megatron led a rebellion against the who's the guy with the four faces? Quintesson.
So you know way more Transformer stuff than I do.
He because I'm a nerd.
You are yeah. Anything mechy. And sure.
Oh, I love mechs. But he led the uprising against him in one of them. Like in Beast Wars Uprising, his name was Gnash Teeth. So it depends which origin story you're going with, but kind of the more accepted one from the comic Megatron Origins is where he was D16 and how he rose up through the ranks, became the gladiator, and his goal was to liberate Cybertron.
Okay.
So I would love to see that. And how he met Starscream, stuff like that.
How it all came to be.
Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Technically, I've gone through 3.
I'm skipping around in my list. Like I said, I have no particular order. This is the one we talked about off recording a little bit yesterday while we were planning for this. I would like to see a Penguin origin movie. And I know, and somebody out there's going to be like, well, Gotham, whatever. I didn't even finish watching Gotham. I'm not counting it. I think it would seem so cool. We do see that some with Gotham and young Oswald Cobblepot.
Well, there is a Penguin Max show coming out.
Okay. All right. So
Colin, what's his name? Not Firth. The crazy Irish guy, Bullseye.
Penguin.
Colin, not Mockery. Why can't I think of his name?
The Penguin. They're kind of sticking with that nomenclature. Like we just had the Batman. So now we're going to have the Penguin.
It's the Batman's Penguin.
Now, this one's just called the Penguin.
Right. No, but I'm saying it's Colin's Penguin, the fat gangster
from the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah. Okay. I got you now. I got you.
That one's coming out on Max because he was such a standout in it. So you're kind of getting that one version of it, I guess.
What's Colin Farrell doing?
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Is he a young? No, he was Oswald Cobblepot. Okay, yeah. Yep. One episode. Alex Clancy Brown's in it. I like Clancy Brown. This could be cool. Theo Rossi's in it. Nice. Theo Rossi. That's I think that's Juice from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Theo's a cool actor. Who do you got next? So we got Penguin. I mean, that's and we're getting it. So I'm not even going to say anything else with it. We'll just see how that goes. We'll talk about that one when it comes rolling out next year.
I'm trying to go between the 3 because this is technically my last one.
Whatever. But we can write our own rules.
Yeah, that's true. Mom. From Futurama.
From Futurama, Mom? Futurama, Mama?
Yeah. I would love to see like a movie like how Mom came to power and her origin with Farnsworth.
We got a little bit of that.
We got a little bit, but
I had a thing.
Yeah, but I want like the full like young Mom, like just full episode or movie into Mom and how she became into robotics because she doesn't seem like she's smart. She seems like she's the business person that oversees it, but she's obviously smart to run this empire.
Mm-hmm.
I would just love to see something like that with Mom. And then who the dad is of the 3 idiot sons of hers.
I thought that was revealed.
Was it?
I
don't
think
remember.
so. Okay. Who fathered Mom's kids? Futurama. I thought that was.
Or given. They've already done that. I want a robot devil.
The theory is Wernstrom did. Wernstrom?
Wormstrom. Hello, Farnsworth.
And Igner is Farnsworth's. So you had Walt and Larry and Igner.
Igner's the stupidest one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's so I'd like to see
that would be a cool
movie.
One.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Mom movie.
We'll probably get it in 10 years when they get rebooted.
30 years later, Mom's 802.
All right. So I've got.
Who's your next one?
This is my not so serious one, but I think it would just be hilarious. We talked about that Nolan style of the Batman movies. I want it done, and I want it to be 100% serious through the whole thing. And I think this would be a testament of having amazing writing, having great cinematography, and great special effects. I know very little about this villain. All I know from this villain is from the Lego Batman movies. Condiment Man. Just make it awesome. Dead ass serious.
That would be awesome.
Because that's still one of my favorite lines. Or Condiment King, I'm sorry. Is it Condiment King or Condiment Man?
I thought it was Condiment Man.
Hold on.
We're probably both wrong. His name's probably like Ketchup Head.
Well, no, he showed up and first in the animated series, Batman the animated series. So he was a thing. Condiment King. I messed it up. But yeah, from that Lego Batman movie when Zach Galifianakis' Joker, which is still one of my favorite Jokers, was like rattling off all the villains he brought out, and he's like, "They're all real. It's worth the Google." When he broke the wall and said that, I was like, "That's a great line." That's so. But that's my less than serious one. But my actual serious one, I think this might be on your list. We kind of hinted at it a little bit. I would love to see a standalone Magneto movie.
Yep.
Is that on your list?
Yep.
All right, well, let's talk about it. I mean,
okay.
We got the
time period Magneto.
Huh?
What time period?
I mean, if we're doing origin, we did get a lot of that with the Foxman series.
Yep, we did
a really, really good look at it. And so maybe a little bit after that, like as he's going bad, because he's one of those prime examples of a bad guy that has in his head extremely good intentions.
Oh yeah. No,
he's not far off from being a good, like he's done a lot of good guy stuff. Like I feel like he's not a cut and dry villain. He's very gray.
No, extremely, because if you think about the Magneto origins, is he was in a concentration camp when his powers first manifested.
Yeah.
He's seen we've seen this throughout the history of Marvel Comics. Magneto, Eric's saying, I've seen the best of humanity and I've seen the worst. And all I've really seen is the worst. And humans can't be trusted. This is why I'm going to save his people. The mutants are the Jewish people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, we got Magneto. Who you got next?
I got next. So this is kind of off the same of that. The Hellfire Club. I would love a Hellfire Club movie. Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, that whole group, because now that the mutants are popping up in the MCU, Marvel MCU, you could do like a Hellfire Club gala, where they invite all the villains and stuff. Sinister would be there, like all these guys. Like, so I would love to see Hellfire Club. Like, they're one of my favorites.
You think, I mean, if that came out now, people that are not in the know, do you think they were like, oh, they're riding off of Stranger Things, making, because that was their little club in the last season.
They could.
Hellfire Club has like a lot of different. I mean, you have from the comics, you have from Stranger Things. There's an actual physical Hellfire Club in
right. I can see what
Manchester?
you're saying there, but this is prime time to introduce the Hellfire Club.
Oh, you're 100% right.
So, but no, I get what you're saying. I know it would be your fanboy or your Stranger Things fanatics would be going, this is riding off Stranger Things. It's like, no, this is well before Stranger Things.
Yeah, but here's my thought on it. That would spark some interest, and like hopefully those people be like, oh, okay, this came first. But I mean, there's several different iterations of just that name being used, not just in the comics, not just in Stranger Things, older movies, books. Like, it's just a cool ass sounding name. So
yep. Who's your next?
Kind of along those lines, and it's too late to do this. Maybe, or maybe we'd have to wait a little bit longer. Like, I don't think now's the time to do this, but this might be 5-10 years down the road. I would just love to see the full origin and everything leading up to what we know of from the MCU movies. Thanos, from way
from
back,
his time on Titan, when he grew up with Star Fox.
Yeah, I think
that would be fun,
because I mean, we did get, that's another one of those very Magneto like in his head, and it made sense.
Teen Angst Thanos.
Yeah, like he wasn't like, if you really kind of, if you D&D a little bit, he wasn't really one far or the other. He was like chaotic neutral, right? Like, he wasn't necessarily,
another one that believes he's doing the greater good.
Yeah, for the greater good. I think that would be cool. I mean, and it's one that I think you could do just about any time, because he's CGI'd all to hell anyway, and so you're not waiting on, okay, do we want to keep bring the same actors back in? Can we get somebody, like, it could be done? And I think it could be done.
Well, and you know what you could do
5 years ago, it could have been done really well. I think right now there's so much stuff going on with Marvel that it would get diluted,
lost somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? Like, young Thanos and how he came to court death, Lady Death.
Yes. Because that
could be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold off on my last one because we can use this in another episode. And because technically I did my 4 and my honorary president.
I did several. I've got one that's a combo that I think we can. This is my last one that I've got on my list. My last 2, and I'm totally different characters. I think very interchangeable. And I'm not a big DC guy, but a lot of the DC villains seem to, I don't know if because it feels like it's more grounded in reality, especially if you're going through the whole Batverse, right? That a lot of those, it feels more grounded in reality because just of how Batman is. And that's why I feel like some of these would be really good to get that Joker style treatment. There's a whole, I don't remember what website it is, IGN or one of those, did a whole thing like these DC villains need the Joker standalone movie treatment.
Right.
I would like to see one of these two get the Batman standalone treatment. Either the Riddler or Scarecrow.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just feel like those two, like there's just something, like I know there's all the, with some of the animated Batman series and stuff, it's a little bit more upbeat. Some of them are a little bit more fun. Some of the DC stuff is a little bit more upbeat and more fun when you look at like Go Teen Titans Go, and like that type of stuff. And Marvel does the same thing,
right?
With some, but we've said this over and over again. DC and Warner Brothers, they do the dark and the gritty better,
way better.
And I would just feel like maybe Scarecrow more than Riddler just for the visual, because we've seen some creepy looking Scarecrows recently. So I think the real test would be, can you do that with Riddler? And you had this whole psychological thriller kind of thing. Maybe not even an origin story if it just gets that whole Joker treatment, which Joker was sort of an origin story, sort of not.
Depending how you look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's just one iteration.
It's just, one of many. And so that set up some really cool stuff. And that actually forced me to go and watch The Killing Joke, the latest Joker movie.
Oh, yeah. I love The Killing Joke.
Yeah, I really, really like that.
Well, that's based off the old 80s comic.
Yeah. I think I may have, I don't know if I've got a copy of that laying around or not. I do have, what is it? The
Flash fact, they did change the animated version from the original comic.
Yeah. I kind of looked up some of the differences. What was the one where Joker went good? Was it White Knight? Or
White Knight? Yeah. I think it's White Knight.
Yeah, I have that I also need to read.
Alternate universe where he's the Batman, basically.
Where he realizes the evils of his ways. He basically gets cured of his psychosis or whatever he has going on, and he starts uncovering like corruption and stuff, and like Batman was involved, and Bruce Wayne was involved, and all this other stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, I got to read that. That sounds like that could make an awesome movie.
So yeah,
that's my bad guys that need a movie.
Bad guys that need movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like this is a great episode for our episode discussion for you guys that are out there listening. If you're not in Discord, join it. Okay. To talk about like who you would like to see. All right. Don't tell us that we're wrong on this one. This is the one where we're going to stand the ground. These, except for maybe Condiment King. But
yeah, no, even then, this is ours.
This is ours.
This is ours. It's our time.
Our time down here
up there.
Yeah. Maybe a One-Eyed Willie movie.
That would be a good one. A Fratelli's movie.
We were almost on the same path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us what you would like to see. What would be awesome? Like we could kick this off. I mean, this could be more than one episode very easily.
Yeah.
Especially if we see some of the suggestions that you guys have.
We're going to start doing this, more often, a Rushmore. Because it's easy and we don't have to prepare as much when we're super busy. To be God honest with you. We're
not lazy. We're just trying to be efficient.
And when we don't have time, because we want to get content out to you all.
Yep.
That's the whole point of this. So, yeah, let us know what you think and give us your reasons why.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
I really do too. Like, we already have some. Like if you look at, where did I put my Discord? There it is. Chove said Kingpin, Doc Ock, Thanos, and Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
You misspelled Galactus, Chove.
Well, that's out.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
Voldemort, Saruman, Gaston, Darth Sidious, and Ursula. That'd be interesting. The Darth Sidious, yes. Technically, we kind of had a Voldemort origin story with Harry Potter and... No, I guess we didn't. So, yeah. BRob said for Marvel, Doom, Kingpin, Mr. Sinister, other Palpatine, Sinestro, and then Deathstroke.
Oh. I've seen that. That was in the general. I haven't been on Discord in a couple of days.
Yeah, it's in the general.
It happened a couple of days ago. Okay, awesome. I missed it.
So, yeah, let us know what you guys think and why. Post it in the episode discussion so it didn't get lost in general. And let us know what you think.
Let us know. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. Well, next month we'll have another one. Oh, next week's episode may be delayed because there is a Comic-Con here in Tulsa. And Dr. Justin... City. No, it's here in Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's like one going on in Edmond, one going on in Norman, one Oklahoma City, and Tulsa, all on the same days.
Okay, so I was getting really confused.
And Ray Park is who, by the way, ghosted Wizards Asylum. Just took their money and never called them back to reschedule his appearance, which is dick. He's going to be at the Oklahoma City one. Same day. But the three of us will be going there. We got 2 days. It's like $40. And the lineup looks pretty cool. Like Johnny Young Bosch, Dante Brasco. Leah Thompson is going to be there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a pretty cool cast or list. So we will our next episode will probably be us talking about that and that experience.
good stuff.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
but yeah, I will tell you the episode will be delayed because we'll be there Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the next week.
We're going into that following week is when I've got all the school stuff finally kicking off.
School starts for my kids next week.
Yeah, we kick off. You guys start early then.
Yeah, we always do.
Yeah, we don't go. I don't think we go back until I think the 10th is our first day back. So I've got next week, or no, not the 10th. Where's the? That's
2
July.
weeks, homie.
That makes no. Okay, no, yeah, we start back next week, next Thursday. So we'll be kicking that off.
So we may be a little bit delayed on episodes, just
a little bit.
Forewarning.
A little bit,
but we'll still crank them out, give them to you guys. When it comes to cranking, no one does better.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If it gets down to the wire, we can just really, double time the cranking.
Even with a softy episode, you can really crank one out.
Yep. God dang it.
So with that, this has been Everyman's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And wherever you guys are, please have a good evening, nighttime, morning time, whatever time. I got something in my mustache. Whatever time it is, wherever you are. I just saw it and I can't get it. And please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
See ya. Rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up